If you'd like to create a full interactive experience for people who are going to be viewing your content, you can also incorporate sound effects into your Flash Catalyst projects. For example, let's say you'd like to add small sound effects so that each time you mouse over a button, a little sound is played. Adding these types of effects in Flash Catalyst is really easy. I'll start here by opening up my Timelines panel, and I'll select the first button right here. In Flash Catalyst, a sound effect is applied very much the same like actions you're already familiar with, like fades and resize actions or rotates. In other words, sound effects are just another type of a transition. So we need to specify exactly when that sound effect or when that transition is going to occur. In this example, I'd like to make it so that when I run my mouse over the button, meaning when I transition from the up to the over state of this button, a sound should play. So I'll start by double-clicking on the button so I can actually see the different states of my button. Remember that now that I'm inside of the button itself, the Timelines panel updates to not show me pages, but show me states of my selected button. So where it says State Transitions, I'm going to select the up to over transition. And you'll notice over here, by the way, that I don't have any smooth transition specified for this transition. Remember that just because the button is there doesn't mean you need to click on it. In this case, I really want the button to switch from the black and white version to the color version very quickly without fading from one into the other. However, I do want a sound to play. I need to have some kind of object selected in order to add an action, so I'm going to click over here on the monochromatic group. Next, I'm going to click over here where it says Add Action, and I'm going to choose to add a sound effect. At this point, Flash Catalyst asks me to select an asset. Of course, here, I would want to select a sound asset from my library. But currently inside of my project, I don't have any sound effects. So I can click on the Import button to bring some sound effects into my project. Flash Catalyst can actually use any MP3 file as a sound effect. But Flash Catalyst also comes with a collection of cool sound effects that you can use. When you click on the Import button, Flash Catalyst automatically navigates directly to this folder. You can click on any of these files to select them, for example, electronic button, and then click on the Open button to import it. You can then click on this little arrow here to preview what the sound sounds like. Now, I'm not really happy with that sound, so I'm going to try to import another one. There's one here called Flash Beep. I'm going to choose to open that one and preview it. That sounds a lot more subtle, and I really like that sound, so I'm going to use it. So I'm going to click OK, and now you can see that the sound effect, flashbeep.mp3, was now added here to my timeline. Now I can preview this transition by clicking on the play button here in the Timelines panel. So I can see that as I move from the up state to the over state, that sound is going to play. There are many ways to use sounds inside of your project. For example, maybe you'll have some background music for ambiance. But the important thing to note about Flash Catalyst is that adding sound is just as easy as adding any other kind of effect to your project.